Uh, Good morning again. I don't know if this is gonna be any better. I'm sure the lighting's horrible now. I probably lost you guys. Um, Hello. Oh, hello. Okay. Oh, much better. That's interesting. Hi, Heidi again. Much better. We'll see if it stays much better. I'm literally sitting like, here's my router. So I'm right next to it now. So good. I'm sitting on the floor, but hey, hi. Thank you for those of you that are back. Okay. Afghan Brad Pitt, you were asking when you're getting more payments. So the other payments aren't coming to phase one until phase two gets paid their first $900. I'm good, everybody. I miss everybody I work with. Um, Way better. Like, my house is so small. I'm maybe 10 feet away. Maybe, I don't know. I'm glad it's better. I'm glad it's better. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Porterville, California. Hello. Yay. True Faith can see me. Hello. Love Light Angel asked me if I know. It got cut off. Love Light. EDD needs to hurry up. I know. I know. Thank you. Thank you for saying I'm doing a great job. Yes, I will do something on backdating claims. I don't know a lot about that. I think you just have to call now. They are no longer automatically backdating claims. So I think you have to call. Do you know what we do in case our money ran out, but claim is still open? I think I may have seen your question in a chat. Like, most people's claim balance hits 0 and then their year still hasn't expired, and then you're automatically put onto a 13-week extension. So that answers John's question. 13-week extension is next under your regular UI claim. I'm not sure what happens if you haven't got the full 26 weeks of unemployment, but the balance is already 0. I don't know enough about that, so I would recommend calling. If your claim balance is just 0, but you're within your claim year, you get a 13-week PEUC extension. The air quality is improving, but it is not great. I don't know when the second phase is going to see their money. I'm hoping that it's soon, but they're still issuing people that are in phase one their money. And I think they started sending out those payments on September 5th, which is actually a few days early. And they're still going to be getting it next week. So that's all the way up until the 20th. So it's taken phase one people up to at least 15 days to get their money. So I'm thinking it could take up to 15 days for phase two to get their money. My mom is doing very good. To those of you that are new to the channel, my mom broke her collarbone. And I wish my mom was watching this. I don't think she can figure out how to like watch a live stream. When my mom broke her collarbone, she waited until she thought I would be awake to text me to ask me to take her to the emergency room. And I was like, Mom, do you want me to call you an Uber? Like, we'll just Uber you to the emergency room. My mom goes to the VA hospital. She likes the one in Loma Linda, which is 77 miles away from me. So I drove to her house, then drove her to Loma Linda to go to the emergency room where she found out she broke her collarbone. She is in good spirits. Oh, thank you for pushing the like button. I don't know if that matters for these live streams. PUA, you don't go to PUA after your regular claim expires. You might, but the first thing after your claim balance goes to 0 is a 13-week PEUC extension. Hi there. Thank you for pressing the like button. I don't know if it matters, but if you guys are enjoying this, if you could press the like button too, maybe that's probably good on this video. Yeah, so PUA, okay, cool. Like button counts, helps the channel, I guess. Oh, you did a back date online, little Rambo says. So how did you do that, little Rambo? You received $300 yesterday, phase two. That would be the first one that I have heard of, but that is awesome. Still nothing in New York City. I have actually heard that New York City has started sending out payments. The 7 weeks come from to make it 20. Okay, that depends on your state. So here's kind of the order of things. You're either on a regular UI claim, which is what I'm on, or you're on a PUA claim, which is generally for people who are self-employed. And what happens after your claim balance hits 0 for everybody is you go onto a 13-week PEUC extension, and that is at your same weekly benefit amount as you were already receiving. If you're still unemployed after 13 weeks, here in California, it's a 20-week extension called FedED. It's not 20 weeks everywhere. And even here in California, first they load up your claim balance after you've done PEUC and you're on FedED, they load up another 13 weeks. And then if you're still unemployed, they load up another 7 weeks. So it's up to 20 more weeks after your first 13-week extension. And it's different in every state. So if you're not in California and you've already gone through your first 13-week PEUC extension, in most states it's called EB, which stands for extended benefits. And I'm not good at multitasking. So when I look over to read the questions, like I forget what I'm talking about. It's true. Heidi can attest to that. Even like when I'm at my regular job, I got to do one thing at a time. So anyway, so 20 weeks Fed ED is what it's called here in California. The requirements for that are a little bit more strict, but they'll give you a determination letter if you're qualified for Fed ED, or if you're denied. And if you're denied, then they're supposed to automatically switch you onto a PUA claim. Oh no, move out to get better internet connection. I actually own my house. Well, the bank owns the house. I'm making mortgage payments, and I pay such a small amount of money here that I don't want to move. What's your email? I'm not excited to give out my email. I'm Shelly's Millions on Instagram. That's a good way to reach me. Hello, Porky. Isaac, did you get that? I didn't. Okay. Sorry, trying to move on to more questions. Is it 13 weeks and then 20 in California? So yes, your original claim balance goes to 0. Then the first 13-week extension is called PEUC. If you're still unemployed after that 13 weeks and you qualify, then you're on to a up to 20-week extension called FedED. Your UI is at 0, is it automatically extended? Yes, and your claim balance is going to stay at 0 for a while. That's going to be okay, and it should still let you certify like on your next time to certify, and pretty much right when you go to certify that next time is when you will be able to that's when the claim balance goes back up. Am I single? Yes, but I'm not trying to date anybody during COVID. Plus, I got to go take care of my mom, who's older than dirt. Are you also in San Diego? I know you said you're in SoCal, and Jenny is NoCal. I am not in San Diego, Andrew. However, last year for my job, I spent about 10 months there managing a location there, and they just reopened. So I'm going to out myself, I think, to you guys live. I manage a movie theater. I'm in Los Angeles. We don't have clearance to reopen. The movie theaters they don't have a lot of people in them right now, so I do feel like they're safe. We are being so safe and so careful. So if you're in San Diego, independent theaters, hit up the Hillcrest Cinemas. They are reopen. Let's see what else. You got your 13-week extension automatically. Great. Guys, go easy. Come to Long Beach. That's not too far. I visit there sometimes. Movies are open in San Diego. I can't wait for them to open in Los Angeles. So after the money comes through, if I sell stock, does it affect UI and for how many weeks? So I don't think selling stock counts. I can't quite remember. But if you've owned the stock for less than 1 year, they charge you capital gains tax. It's not a lot, but I recommend buying and holding on stock. What comes right after the $300 a week LWA? So here in California, there will be at least 2 more weeks of LWA, but I don't know if it will come right after. I don't know when we're going to see the $300 boost. I'm hoping soon, but it does seem like they're still paying out people in phase 1. I'm phase 2. I have not received anything. I'm glad my connection has improved. Phase 2, getting regular pay on Monday. That's what I'm anticipating. I always anticipate I'm just getting the absolute least. Yeah, movie theaters in NorCal haven't opened yet either. And like, you guys are actually in the tier where you can. So I'm not sure like what your local mayor's holdup is. People have not started receiving money in phase 2 yet. As soon as I get word of that, I will make a video. Your balance from FedEd already on your UI account. You certified for 4 weeks, but it says appeal instead of pending. I do not know why it says appeal. I would call the EDD phase 2 gang. How much are we going to get paid out phase 2? So phase 2, we're waiting on our first 3 payments of $900, and they have said that that'll come in 2 different payments, either a payment of $300 first, and then in a couple of days, a separate payment for $600, or a payment of $600, and then in a couple days later, a payment of $300. But they have not said when we're going to get that. Beer's on you when you get your check. Sounds great. You're loved by someone. Ah, I love my mom, and I'm busy with YouTube. It's crazy. Extra $300 starts next Friday. That would be great. The $100 mandatory does suck. It does. That's so crappy. Because here's my thought on that, right? Like, there's so many people that are like, get back to work. Well, 1, a lot of us are furloughed. 2, a lot of us have childcare. 3, like, the boost isn't necessarily just to replace wages. It's an incentive to stay home and keep other humans safe during coronavirus, you know? Like, it's like, here, we want to make sure you're good, and we want to pay you to stay at home. They do, because they only wanted essential workers out there. Yes, the $100 is bad, but as long as your weekly benefit is above 100 before taxes are taken out or before any earnings are taken out, you do still qualify. Instead of just pushing there is no work. I know. Do you think it will come on Monday? With the EDD, everything seems to take so long. I do not have a lot of hope it's coming Monday. I don't know why they do that. Why did they make the $100 requirement? This is what I've heard. I've heard, and I don't know if this is true because I'm not in politics either. As a matter of fact, that is not my strong point. But I've heard that the reason why they made that the $100 requirement is because Republicans were mad that people made more staying home. But that was the whole point, for us to stay home and keep each other safe. But I've heard that the Republicans were mad that people were making more on unemployment than they were working. And so I think that they tried to put that limitation so that people couldn't make more on unemployment than they were when they were working. I've also heard, and I don't quite see how like this would increase on fraud, but that people who commit EDD or unemployment fraud are more likely to have a lower balance. Our certification day is only on Sunday. In California, they are. Someone asked if I felt the earthquake. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's the latest offer from stimulus? $450 is what's on the table, but they can't seem to agree on anything. So I don't know. Hopefully when they do that, it'll be retroactive. I did hear about the people that got arrested for unemployment fraud. And of course they would live in Beverly Hills already. You stay with your mom, trying to take care of her. Is FedEd the same requirements as PEUC? No, it's not. I don't have that right in front of me. So PEUC, and someone asked this a little bit earlier. So the flow of events is you either have unemployment or PUA, regular unemployment or PUA for more self-employed people or people who didn't have enough work history to qualify for regular unemployment benefits. Those balances go all the way down to zero, those initial balances. Then you have a 13-week PEUC extension. Then here in California, there's up to 20 more weeks of an extension called Fed ED, but those requirements are different. So you have to make 40 times your weekly benefit amount. So I want to say like my weekly benefit amount is $450. And if I remember correctly, 40 times that is $18,000. So I have to make at least $18,000 for like the year that they're computing. Or it's like 1.5 times your highest quarter. So it's a little bit harder for people to qualify for Fed ED extension. But if you don't qualify for that, the EDD is supposed to automatically put you on a PUA claim. You are going to need to certify, kind of like that one-time certification question. Even though they're supposed to automatically put you on PUA, they're supposed to send you a there's a fly in my house. They're supposed to send you a certification because they need you to state that the reason why you're currently unemployed is because of a COVID related reason. It does not need to be the original reason you were unemployed. When will the second payments go out for phase one? So phase one won't get any more payments until all of the phase two people are paid out. They're still paying out people from phase one going into next week. So they actually started sending those payments out early on September 5th. And then if they're still paying people out Monday, that's going to be the 20th, 21st. So that's 15, 16 days just to get everybody on phase one paid. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be 15, 16 days to get everybody on phase two paid. So it's going to be at least I don't know at least. I don't really know because I don't work there. Like that's the annoying thing, is that like really it just gets there when it gets there, and there's not a lot of rhyme or reason to it. But it, like, for me, I have to be mentally prepared that it's not going to be there anytime soon. It's not exactly, Sean, I don't think it's exactly a new claim, because you know this. You're aces. Sometimes you're grumpy when you reply to people, but your information is generally good. If you are within your same claim year, you don't you can't open a new claim. So my claim year doesn't end until 3/13. So it won't end until I can't open a new claim until then. Where does the money come from when the federal government, but they're like printing money that they don't have, and somebody's gonna need to pay it back sometime. I just saw the question about what do I think will happen with stimulus. So it is an election year, and I don't think that they're dumb. I don't know. I shouldn't call people dumb. Congress is messing around with people's lives, and it sucks. And personally, I don't think that there's any way that they're not going to approve something before the election, because both sides want to win. So both sides are going to want to look like the hero. They I don't want to say they will do something. I would be very surprised if they didn't. But in terms of like when they would implement it, and I think it would go retroactive, but I also think they're going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and pull their shenanigans. That's why, like, it's really tempting to make stimulus videos, because the YouTubers that are doing that are getting paid like a lot of money. And I want to get paid a lot of money and get off unemployment. But like every day, it's like, oh, well, this might happen, that might happen, and nobody really knows. And I don't want to get people's hopes up every day, only to be like, oh, but it fell through, or oh, we don't really know, or oh, it has to pass both chambers of Congress, the House and the Senate, before it works out. So just because something passes in the House or something passes in the Senate, it has to pass both, which is where they seem to get stuck. I'm phase two. I have not gotten my money yet. Certified tomorrow. Scary to see a $0 balance. It will be automatic. Yes. The only time I would be worried if your balance goes to zero is if in a couple of days after it goes to zero, you don't see, like for me, it went to zero, but now it says like you can certify again on such and such a date. So I think that that's, as long as you see a date, like up to like a week after you certify and the claim balance hits zero, as long as you see your next certification schedule and that's kind of right on time, that is a good sign. Sean, next week will be a mess. Correct. Isn't every week a mess right now with COVID? EDD date next week. I hope so. I hope so. What happens now that my EDD is going to run out next Sunday? 13-week PEUC extension at your regular weekly benefit amount. If you don't get it after certifying, I don't know what's going on. They're just going to kind of deposit into your account on whatever random day it's ready. We're supposed to get an email also telling us. Yes, you are. So that comes a few days after your claim balance hits zero. That'll be like in your UI messages as well, I believe. Phase 1, 600 on the 8th, and 16th, you got 300. So the gap seems to be like a week between payments. Wouldn't that make sense? Because the EDD said within a couple of days of each other. 10, 11 weeks because of election day. It's terrifying. I think whoever wins the election is getting dealt a bad hand. And I hope that they do right by the people, whoever gets it. Good news for EIDL. I don't know a lot about the EIDL loans or grants because I was on a regular UI claim. And I try and kind of stay up on everything, but that is not my area of expertise. You're in New York, your benefit runs out next week. So some states, the extension is not automatic, but here in California, it is. So in New York, you will not have to file an entirely new claim. Somebody's saying they're getting their deposit on Monday. They talked to the EDD. Oh, that would be great. Long Beach, you need easy money. There's no easy money. I'm gonna start selling stuff on eBay. You guys, I don't know how many of you picked up. I changed my glasses a lot. I'm gonna have to start selling some of them on eBay. First is an extension of 13 weeks, yes, and then 20 weeks if you qualify. Not and then 7 weeks. So 13 weeks is the first PEUC extension, and then there's up to an additional weeks under a program. Up to an additional 20 weeks under Fed ED. But I don't know why Fed ED rolls it out in phases as well. So it's 26 weeks unemployment, 13 weeks PEUC, and then up to 20 weeks of Fed ED. Fed ED rolls it out in 2 phases, first 13 weeks, and then if you're still unemployed after 13 weeks, they add on another 7 weeks. I don't know why they do it that way, and it's really confusing since PEUC is a 13-week extension, and then the first extension under Fed ED is also 13 weeks, but it's up to 20 weeks. So on a regular unemployment claim, you can get up to a total of 59 weeks paid at your weekly benefit amount. 59 weeks is really the number that you guys are looking for. And under PUA, it's 46 weeks total. And if you guys are wondering like what the difference is, I think it's just the there's too many acronyms. That PUA, the PUA people don't get a total of 59 weeks because they didn't start that program. They rolled it out in April, but it could go retroactive till February. And I think that's where the difference is. You could get on PEUC is automatic for everybody. So your friend is totally wrong. Everybody who has any benefit amount automatically qualifies for that first 13-week PEUC extension. That's for every state. However, every state doesn't necessarily implement it automatically like California does. So if your weekly benefit amount is $40, you will continue to get $40 for the next 13 weeks. Okay, let's see. EDD's website is under construction. People think us people in phase 2 are going to get our money then. I think that could be true. I'm not aware of actually any other updates that they need to be doing right now. So I'm hoping there's some truth to that. But I don't know, And I mean, like, the payments for phase one started actually going out earlier than they said. But then there's still people on phase one that haven't gotten their whole first $900. Someone is AH says the EDD is trying to hold on to the money and release it in phases so they can get interest in the money. Is it true? Now, I don't know. I don't work at the EDD. I will say that in the state of Florida, that was confirmed. I don't know why, but Florida, when the $600 boost was in play from the CARES Act, they took a really long time to distribute it to the people, and that there were a lot of news articles on that freaking Florida just kept it in a bank account, growing interest on it before they released it. So I don't know if that's what the EDD is doing. I hope not, but could it be? Sure, I guess so. Learning a lot. You need to future live chats. Indiana appreciates you. Thank you, Indiana. I actually have family in Indiana. Maybe Fed ED is the strict, scary. That is EDD is Fed ED is the stricter of the extensions. Great. Oh, Denise, I'm glad you received the $900. Now you got to wait for I've got an error messages on my computer. Glad you got the $900. You won't get the other 2 weeks until those of us on phase two are caught up. Thank you. I love these glasses too. These are actually new. My health insurance just found out is expiring on September 30th. So I got new glasses before my health insurance ran out. Haven't decided what I'm going to do about that, but I might make a video on how to choose new health insurance and do more live chats. So Scott, that was interesting. So I follow this YouTuber, Graham Stephan. He does finance. And I do want to connect with my audience. And I think this is a great way. I'm enjoying it now that my connection's working. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it. I should have said this already. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm still figuring this out. I'm not super computer savvy, so I appreciate you guys watching this with me. So anyway, this YouTuber, Graham Stephan, he actually says that the lives kind of hurt the channel. He says that, this is getting like the views it gets now, but people don't really go back and watch the lives retroactively. And so YouTube kind of views that as like a bomb. But I might continue doing it because, I think it's a fun way to connect with you guys, and hopefully like I'll get better with my connection and figuring that stuff out. Thank you guys for not like going hard on me about like my lighting or that I'm sitting to the corner of my kitchen in my living room. I don't know. Mississippi is denying people, saying that schools and daycares being closed. Mississippi is doing you guys dirty. I'm sorry, I don't know a lot about that, but no, it's if you got paid your unemployment the weeks ending 8/1, 8/8, 8/15, and like whatever, I don't know the dates on the following weeks by heart, but like if you got any unemployment, you're supposed to get that LWA. I think that's good for any state. So on top of your regular UI, how much does a PEUC? So PEUC, PEUC is the extension, and it doesn't give you anything on top of your weekly benefit. So once your regular unemployment gets to zero, PEUC extension just continues to pay you your same weekly benefit amount. Now the FPUC, honestly don't remember what that stands for. I think that's just like the Federal Pandemic Unemployment Compensation. So that was the $600, I believe. So we're not getting any of that anymore. So that's done paying. And now we're on to LWA, the Lost Wages Assistance. And that's solely retroactive. And that's $300 extra a week. But it is for, I don't know, retroactive weeks. FEMA funds the LWA program, and they've run out of money. West, wait, why? Oh, wait, is this a vampire face? Is this because of Dracula? Because I'm a goth girl at heart, guys. Is that a vampire face, or are you making like a pukey face at me? don't make pukey face at me. If you're making vampire face, I love it. I'm gonna play with it now. Hi, everybody. Okay. See, I'm dorky. Sorry, I won't do that again. Probably. No promises, actually. Just give us our damn money for real. Your videos introduce us to you and your content. Aw, thank you, thank you, thank you. LWA forever. FEMA's out of that money. Life was better when we had the $600 for sure. And like, regardless of what your situation was, that was a payment to pay us to stay at home. Whatever. Who cares? You bought a PlayStation. Who cares? You know what the PlayStation did? Kept you at home. You know why that's good? Because you weren't out there getting other people sick. That's how I feel about it. That was what that money's supposed to do. And pay your bills. And maybe get you caught up. No, Rick Zito is, I can't say your name, but no. As far as I know, no one in phase 2 has gotten paid. You're great. Thank you. Thank you. So if you don't qualify for FedED, you qualify for PUA even if you're not self-employed. That's my understanding. Yes, that's what they have said. However, they're going to send you a certification. They say that they were supposed to automatically roll you on to PUA if you don't qualify for the FedED extension, which is the one after the first 13-week PEUC extension. You do need to certify, it doesn't matter why you're originally unemployed, you just need to certify that the reason why you're currently unemployed is because of COVID-19. And then that'll be at your weekly benefit amount of right. So California will be paying out $300, then $600, or $600 and $300. Correct. You got your $600. Yes, you'll get your $300. Wait, what? You got 1 week with a $600. Oh, right. I'm in the same situation. I got 1 week with $600, and then I got 1 week with nothing. So I think how I will see the payments of LWA is I think I'll first get a payment of $300, and then they said within a couple of days I'll get the next payment of $600 for the 2 weeks where I certified and neither had the boost. Trump, come on, paper might be a slide. They're paying for you to stay home and keep other people safe. You started working August 10th. Received UI. Are you entitled to the retroactive payments? So for the week ending August 1st, you were still unemployed. It is my understanding you would qualify for that week. And for the week ending August 8th, it is my understanding that you would qualify for the $300 boost for that week. But not, then the next week would be August 15th and you were back to work. So probably not that week. Unless you still received some money from unemployment that week, and then you would qualify. But if you got like the excessive earnings warning for the week ending 8/15, I am sitting on the floor because my internet connection was crappy. So people told me to move next to the router. So here I am next to the router on the floor. Whatever. It is what it is, guys. I did this to try and make the live stream work. And it seems to be working now, so sitting on the floor. You certify tomorrow. Phase 2, no payment, same. If you run out of the regular unemployment, we get the same weekly payment on a new claim. So that's kind of like the big mystery. You can't open a new claim until your old benefit year runs out. So I think you probably mean the first extension. And yes, your weekly benefit amount is the same on your first extension in California. Also, you guys, when I first started doing my YouTube videos, I sat on the floor all the time. But now I sit on a weird futon couch thing. Wait, what? Ooh, Shell 81. Tell me more. Some people received their 900 last night. Phase 2? That EDD website's supposed to still be down until I want to say like 3 o'clock today, and I was gonna check. Oh, this is fun. I like it. It's fun for me too. I'm enjoying it. You should pay. If something goes south with the job I'm furloughed from, EDD is like a possibility. I mean, they haven't like reached out and been like, oh my gosh, Shelly is so great. You know so much. You'd be way better than half the people on the phone. Come work for us. But like I would apply and I would tell them all those things, and obviously they would hire me. I don't know if there's a local EDD office to me or if they're open, but yeah, I would consider working for the EDD. Plug in Ether instead of Wi-Fi. Ether. I don't know what the cables are. Will, I don't. We have fiber. We have fiber. Is fiber Wi-Fi? I don't understand. I don't know. I can show you the back of my stupid thingamabob. The router. I don't know. My roommate hates me because I don't know anything about computers. Do you know if the extension? Yes, the extension kicks in automatically here in California. When are we getting the additional 3 weeks? I don't know. Whenever the EDD gets their act together and pays it to us, hopefully soon. What do you do after exhausting all extensions? Oh, so this is interesting, Miriam. Miriam, you're asking what happens after all the extensions. And again, if you're regular unemployment, right now it's up to 59 weeks of your base weekly benefit amount. If you're PUA, it's 46 weeks total possibility of unemployment money. So I actually did a video because I worried about that like super early on. I was like, oh my God, I think the economy's bad. Like, this is gonna last forever. This is real bad, guys. So back in 2008, 2009, people actually could collect unemployment for up to 99 weeks. And I don't know if that will happen this time, but it does seem like with Congress, like once you can establish like a pattern or like, oh, they did this in the past or, oh, they did that in the past, like that's good in terms for what could happen in the future. So back in 2008, 2009, and apparently they called those people the 99ers. So the 99ers got 99 weeks of unemployment. There wasn't much of a boost. So I know like without the boost, a lot of us like have trouble paying our bills basically. But at the same time, it's good to know that like if we're still in this situation next year, which I personally think it's likely we will be, that in the past they went up to 99 weeks. You saved 10 to 15% of everything you made. I love to hear that. Yes, 10 for taxes. Yes. Yes. Keep saving 15% and hopefully it won't even be that much and then you'll have a little extra. People are typing fast. I can't read. I can read, but like not fast. And I think there's a way to slow it down, but this is my first time doing a live, so I don't know how to slow down the chat. Hold on, let's see if I can figure that out. Did you really West? What did West really do? I'm into what city are you in? Me? California. City, Los Angeles. I'm near Covina, which Covina, you're near that earthquake from El Monte. Phase to get their first LWA payment. I don't know. They did do an update today, so people are saying that they hope that it is like today or tomorrow. Chili better than. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Lori Levy. Not so great. $900. What state? Phase 2. What? Phase 1. So 2 weeks. What? Yeah, I'm lost. How do I know what phase I'm in? Okay, Beth, are you in California? That's the first question. If you're in California, your phase 1, if you've already started getting payments, your phase 2, if you got that 1 question self-certification form on Tuesday, September 15th, that likely means your phase 2. That's the best I can figure out. So if you answered that you were unemployed right now due to a COVID-19 related reason, slow mode. Hold on. Is that the 3 dots above live chat? Hold on. I'm looking slow mode. So no okay, look, this is what I see. Participants pop out chat, toggle timestamp. What is that? You don't know. Whatever. I'll figure that's for next time, figuring out how to put this in slow mode. I saw it when I was participating in someone else's chat. I don't know how to do it in my little calendar over here. I don't know. Okay. What do you think about starting a business during unemployment? Well, I think it's a great idea, quite honestly. You have to take your chances. That's essentially what I did. YouTube is a business. Yeah, I'm more animated. It's true. Like I'm like stiff when I'm recording. Oh, see, and I just kicked my computer because since I'm sitting on the floor, I've got my computer on like a folding chair. I think starting a business is great because I worked for the same company for 25 years and then now I'm furloughed. I've been out of work for 6 months and I'm still furloughed and I'm very grateful for that. But they did just tell us that like not unemployment, our insurance ends September 30th. And it's just scary. Like this is the company I thought I would retire from. This is the company that I love. I love what I do. I love the people I work with. I don't think my coworkers still on the chat. I miss them. I think of them like family. I have fun when I go to work. Like, I never look at the clock, like, thinking, like, "Oh, when am I gonna get off?" Like, I don't have that mentality, but to do that and then they they furlough you, and I mean, they had to furlough us, but, like, it scared the crap out of me, and I had been thinking about YouTube anyway because you guys know I wanna be a millionaire. And they're always like, "Yada, yada, yada, increase your income streams as long as you're relying on someone else for your money, like, there's a maximum value that you can earn versus, like, if you manage your own time, there's no limit on what you can earn." So YouTube is a business, you know, and you do need to report earnings. If your business starts to earn money, you have to report that. But there's also a lot of write-offs. But I think it's worth the risk, especially in these times. I think a lot of us are going to need to be creative going forward because there aren't as many jobs. So for me, that meant starting YouTube. And for me, it means starting YouTube, and I'm going to have to sell some of my older glasses on eBay. And I have like a violin I don't use. And, I've got some toys, so maybe I'm gonna have to like sell some things. I have some CDs over here sitting on the floor. Who has those? I gotta check eBay, see if those are worth anything. But I think, when are we ever gonna have the time like this again? So if you're thinking about starting a business, do it. That's what I think about that. I think it is worth it to try. Um, let's see. Ooh, Okay, do you know if there's a deadline to withdraw your 401k without the 10% penalty? My coworker is just asking me this as well. It's sometime in December because she was like, "Oh, can we wait till January?" And I've been meaning to look into historical trends about what happens after an election to 401k. Like, does the stock market normally go up? Does it normally go down? Because, of course, our 401ks are kind of tied into like the stock market. When the stock market does well, the balance in our 401k goes up. When the stock market does bad, our balance in our 401k goes down. So to avoid the 10% penalty for early withdrawals on your 401k is currently set to December. And I haven't heard anything Sean would have a fun YouTube channel. I haven't heard anything about that date getting extended or that coming up as part of the stimulus talks. I wouldn't be surprised as December ends if we see something like that, or into the new year if they realize like, oh my God, we need to get, people still access to their 401k money. I wouldn't be surprised if they allow us to withdraw without penalty into part of next year, but currently the deadline to withdraw from your 401k without a penalty is December. Someone's in Long Beach. I'm in Los Angeles. What determines if ED puts us in phase one or phase two? So phase one were people that when they signed up, they had a really specific question as to if they were already unemployed due to a COVID-19 related reason. I actually had some of that wrong on some of it. I used to think that you were also phase one. There was like a drop down menu that you could have select like pandemic or health, like public health issue. But I think even the people that did select that in the drop down menu, if you were unemployed like early to mid March, even if you use the drop down menu, I think you got lumped into phase two. I think everybody went into phase two that was not specifically asked a COVID related question when they signed up for unemployment. It will happen. Yeah, Sean L is correct. If you don't get money today or Monday, it will happen. No set days at all. Correct. It's just going to show up. If California EDD benefits is not taxable, then why is there an option to withhold tax? Okay, so that money is taxable. We have state tax and we have federal tax. Federal tax is normally the one that takes out the most money. Like that, like if you're looking at your W-2, federal tax takes out the most. And then the line right under federal tax on like a W-2 is state tax, and that takes out less. So we don't owe state taxes on our unemployment money. We do owe federal tax. And right now, these ding-dongs in the California EDD, they're only able to figure out how to withhold the federal tax. So that's what they're doing when you check that box. They're withholding federal tax from your base weekly benefit amount. For me, that's $400. They're withholding 10% of the $450 for federal tax. And we are still going to owe federal tax on the extra $600 that we got from the CARES Act. And we are going to owe federal tax on that extra $300. And even checking that box, the EDD hasn't figured out how to withhold that. So we are going to owe that. Yes, I have said that my claim balance is at zero. So I have run out of my first 26 weeks of regular unemployment. I got the letter that I am eligible to be switched over to the first 13-week extension, PEUC, and I certify on the 27th. So it's normal for you to see your claim balance go all the way down to zero. That's okay. 13-week extension's coming up next. Do you need to reopen your claim? No. No. JT, why do you need to reopen your claim? You can't. Wait, did it close because you weren't working? Log onto your UI online account, see what it says. Like, make sure, see if you had a question. If you were like back to work, but you weren't working, because this is all retroactive payments. So if you weren't working for the retroactive weeks that they're paying out the LWA fund, you should be eligible for it, but there may be like a self-certification question that you need to answer. So I hate recommend calling the EDD, but you might need to do that. You got your funds right away. Good. There's big things. Being told stock market may crash soon. Totally. I would. Yeah. I really feel like it's inflated. I'm surprised it didn't like crash and stay there. Like, I kind of feel like maybe somehow the president's probably. I don't know. I like the stock market. I think it's a good idea to invest. I'm currently like learning about it. So I'm also going to share with you guys, like, since I'm like, oh, I want to be a millionaire. I was on like the slow and steady path. Like, I was just doing my 401k. I got incredibly lucky buying a house that has increased in value. So my net worth was getting kind of close to that. In addition to the 401k, like I was doing an IRA. And of course, like I promote Webull. I like Webull because I like getting the free stock. I like seeing what I'm going to get for free. But like, I don't really put a lot of my own money into like individual stocks because like I'm not familiar enough with it yet. I am trying to learn, but there's a lot of risk with the stock market. I'll just check. No money in there. Nah. Did you get a letter in the mail? Not yet. I got like on my UI online messages, there's a message that's like, no more weekly benefits available, but you may be eligible for a 13-week PEUC extension. Hi, beautiful. Hello. There's no tax on the stimulus check. Correct. No tax on the stimulus checks, but there is tax on the extra $600 or $300 federal tax. Are you phase two? I'm phase two. $1,500, but for now they're just giving us $900. Correct, Gloria. Gloria's correct. Ooh, yep. EDD site is down for maintenance, which we're hoping is a good thing for those of us in phase two. You got a message that your LWA was approved. Did it say approved or did it just say they received your self-certification? Because I got a letter that said they received it, or like not a letter, but like a message in my UI online account that said they received my self-certification, but it didn't actually say it was approved. Just to go back and look at the notice of unemployment, the letter you received after you file your claim. That could be, I think, like, it's weird because I was like, I'm going to put my EDD award letter like in a place where it's safe because I reference it a lot in my videos and I don't know what I did with it. It's somewhere here, but I don't know where. Call Trump to fix it. Some keys. I think Raul's cat might be talking to me. Number 3 on that letter. Okay. I got to try and find that letter. You save most of your unemployment. Luckily, your wife has 2 jobs. That is awesome. I also saved a lot of my unemployment money. I feel very fortunate that I was able to do that. All right. You're going to do Webull soon. Good. Please do. Please use my link. Keep me updated. What is my net worth? Close to $1 million. Yes. Net worth, mostly because of the house is like, we're going to say 700,000. The house, I don't really feel like it would sell for that, but the house people say is worth, Zillow and stuff says it's worth like 500,000. Then I'm 43. I've been saving in my 401k since I turned 21. So I have like close to 200,000 in that. So that's about where I am with that. So slow and steady path was my goal. My goal is to have like the house paid off early. No, Jose, don't feel sad. Um, it's hard though right now with the pandemic. My mom is like constantly telling me she's lonely and stuff. Cindy's just getting on. Sorry, don't be sorry. Hi, Cindy. Welcome. I probably am gonna wind this down in about 10 minutes. I've now been talking for 50 minutes with a fairly good connection. I'm not in Covina, but my mom's near Covina, and that's certainly near El Monte where that earthquake was last night. Once you do the self-certification, how long will it take for us to get the money? I don't know. So phase 1 started paying out September 5th, which is a little bit early, and they're saying that they're still paying out people in phase 1, quote unquote, early next week. So they will be, they're still getting people on phase 1 caught up. So I'm thinking that like maybe they'll start hopefully in the next couple days, but like it might take several days, several weeks to get people on phase 2 caught up. The earthquake was kind of strong. It's amazing. Good. Be a million. You know what? Even if you have a long ways to go, it doesn't matter. You have to start somewhere. And I made a video about like my background. I come from a very poor background. My mom, she lives in a trailer, which I think that's really inspired me to try and like get out of that, to get out of that like cycle. And owning my home on like a small, like just, kind of retail salary has helped a lot. Okay. Any word about phase 2? No, I've been talking a long time too without water. I had water when I was in the other room, but the internet was crappy, and so it didn't work. Let's see. Next time I got to bring my water and my computer with me. They're going to pay phase 1. No, not. It's the other way around. So no, phase 1 won't get all of their money. First, they're going to get their 900. I gotta get water. Like, I feel like I am wearing pants, but like, but I look weird here. Here, you guys can look at my like weird book collection. There's Harry Potter, and there's like a monkey my mom gave me. I'll be right back. I'm going for like 5 more minutes after this. And here, we'll shut up. Look, I'm wearing pants. Can you see? Pants. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I'm old. Guys getting up off and down on the floor. All right, here we go. More money, yes. Is the it's typing fast again. Whew, thanks for doing this video. Yeah, the live was fun. Is that Jack Skellington? Oh yeah, that's Aunt Sally. They probably need to be dusted. Oh, they're glittery snowballs. I'm a goth girl at heart, guys. You used to have like the black hair and the black clothes. Talk more about second phase. Okay, so I wish I knew more, but I don't. I'm phase 2, and they haven't started paying us out yet. They are doing an update to the EDD website, so I'm hoping that means that phase 2 starts to get paid soon, but I don't know. Like, and my kind of goal for you guys is to like just make you aware that like the money might not come. Like even the EDD basically said that they were going to pay everybody one lump sum, and then they didn't, and then they clarified it like afterward. So I don't even necessarily David's going to be a millionaire collecting unemployment. If you save correctly and you have low rent and you invest wisely, it could happen. Yeah, so phase 2, like we just don't know. It will be there when it hits our accounts, unfortunately. The EDD. Can I say bad words on the live stream, or is YouTube gonna know and like put me on the naughty list? EDD no, not change to phase 1 even though you belong. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but like hopefully everybody will start getting paid. like soon. Is what true? You got this David. David's got something. Millionaire, hopefully. You can say anything? Oh, good. On like your regular YouTube channel, like when I'm filming, you get demonetized if you say baddie words. I got $900 automatic. That is amazing. Yes, there wasn't a COVID box when I applied. So you picked COVID health. You should be in phase 1. No, Sandra, like people are saying, I don't think they will move you, even if you belong in a different phase. You just kind of end up where you end up. You have to wait at least 3 weeks before you get payment. It seems like a lifetime. Please upload more often. I've been thinking about uploading more often, but I don't want to like give you guys fatigue. And I talked about that a little bit earlier. Like the YouTubers that are making stimulus videos are just making like a killing. And I'm not making a killing. I'm like breaking even after I try and like buy lights and stuff. So I don't want you guys to like get bored, and do I have a contact email? I think it's in my profile. A good way to reach me is Instagram, and that's just Shelly's Millions on Instagram. I don't post there daily. I'm not that interesting on Instagram either, but that is a good way. Find a rich sugar daddy. My mom used to say, if he's rich, I'm single. She's still single though. Guys, fine, set my mom up so I don't worry about her as much. Shelly Davis trying to be a millionaire. Woo! All right, good. David, good. I like everybody's situation is different, but I want everybody to just like reach for their highest goals and attain them. Okay. What else? Please be careful. Hospitalized with COVID. Yeah. Under 30, please. Yes. Please stay safe. And see, that's what that money was for, to keep us safe. Kevin made Kevin made a ton of money. I actually made a video guessing how much he made. I think he actually made more than that when he puts in all his courses and stuff. What's for lunch? Is it lunchtime? Almost. Oh, vampire! Yeah. Oh, look at all those different vampires. We've got people of color vampires. I love it. It's good. Got some representation of the vampire community. Yeah. Want to live in a quiet home. I want to be able to get my mom good healthcare. My mom does not have good healthcare. She hates it. And I worry. And I don't have kids. I'm getting on the old side. Don't think I'll have kids. So like I'm going to need a lot of healthcare myself. I want to just make sure I'm like taken care of when I'm old. Live off grid. Phase 2. Yeah. Yeah. Phase 2 is not waiting patiently. I'm phase 2. I have also not been paid. The desert. I'm scared of snakes, but yeah, the desert can be cheap. Very different. What? Phase 2. We're retracting messages. No kids from you either. Yeah. 43. I'm very young, 43. Because I work in a place where I work with like lots of like young people, so I feel like they keep me young, my spirit young. I worked. I don't know. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah. Okay. Does anyone? I don't know when phase 2 is getting paid. I knew that was what everybody was going to want to know. Oh, thank you. 33. It's the lighting. Good lighting. Social media, business questions. I'm going to be wrapping up this chat really soon, but I would love to talk social media business questions. Hit me up on my Instagram, Shelly's Millions. Thank you. You guys are all awesome yourself. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you for putting up with me at the beginning of this live stream when my connection was bad. I guess if I do this again, I will just start off sitting on the floor next to the router. Yeah, of course. Yes, no matter what I look like, where I'm at, as soon as I get that money, you guys are going to know. Yes. We certified last Sunday. We don't really know how long it takes. Oh, I love you guys too. All right. You guys are all saying thank you. I haven't seen any new questions. Phase 2 should have payments by the end of next week. The EDD says a lot of things, but I hope that's true. And I am going to take this moment to just thank you guys one last time. And I am going to sign off. Thank you so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I upload videos on Monday and Thursday. I'm a dork. All right. Thank you again, everyone. Have a great day. Stay safe. I appreciate you. I thought all those middle fingers were for me, but they're for the EDD feel. Okay. All right. Everybody, appreciate you guys, and a new video for you guys on Monday. Or actually, I think I might do an extra one this weekend. But for sure, a video on Monday, and for sure, a video when I get my first payment from those LWA funds. All right. Bye, everyone. I don't know how to, oh, and there's a button that says end stream. Okay, here we go. Thanks again. Okay.